The president accepting a plane from Qatar is wild. Wild. Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
That's wild.
Hold on, wait. Let me put this in my mouth, and then we are.
Never been said on camera before. Let me put this in my mouth. Hurry. Hey, everybody. Welcome to For Fact's Sake, the podcast where we take a random topic and then we Google the facts.
Mukbang. So you don't have to.
We're here in beautiful WMU Studios. We have Denisha behind the board.
Hey.
All right.
Waited outside for 5 minutes. Scary.
Oh, fuck off.
Scary as hell. Some guy smoking crack with a bandana and a do-rag. Not even black. Wearing a do-rag. A do-rag. I was like, white guy in a do-rag is...
There was a Mexican parade we were here?
Oh, we walked out. We saw like horses and shit. I was
Bruh,
like,
Mexican cowboys. It was crazy.
Nothing-
Denisha wasn't here.
nothing is scary to me than a white guy in a do-rag and a tank top. A white guy with a do-rag is like, that guy
Who's
has
that
got
guy?
all... That guy is scary as hell.
Who's that white guy with the braids and the riffraff?
Yeah.
That's what I think of.
If you saw Riff Raff walking towards you, didn't know who he was, he was just like mumbling to himself.
Oh,
you'd
I'm
be like-
crossing the street.
I think nothing's scarier than that.
White guys that like flip sides. Speaking of which, Alabama Barker, what is going on?
Who?
Travis Barker's daughter.
Oh.
Get rid of the lace front, honey.
Her rich ass.
What is going on? I saw a white woman making a video venting about this. She goes, "What is going on in that home?"
Ugh.
Like, seriously. She said, "I know sometimes you want to give kids privacy. Open the doors."
No, she's doing whatever.
And now she's 18, 19. I can't wait for a video to come out where she's rapping a song and then the N-word slips out.
Oh,
And then she
God.
cries. And then Travis Barker got to come out and be like, sorry.
I'm sorry.
She had a broken home.
Yeah.
Even though we live in Calabasas.
I love black women, don't worry. But white guy in a do-rag, he was just doing this too. I was like, what are you patting?
Bruh.
It was itching.
Is that what it is? The white guy's patting the do-rag. Oh, man. Anyone listening to this podcast that has a white guy or knows a white guy with a do-rag, that guy's not a good guy. That guy's dangerous as hell.
Also, like, where are your friends? Do your black friends let you do this?
Black gangbangers, Latino gangbangers would be scared as hell as a white guy with a do-rag walking towards them. If you see a white guy with a do-rag with a lot to prove.
School shooter and drug dealer.
Oh, yeah, big time. Anyway, this week's topic, we're talking about small town.
No, I need to give everybody a warning.
She's a small town girl.
We're going to talk about this because
She's got some braids and some curls.
I got to make sure that people that live in big towns are looking out for what just happened. So,
Okay, just to preface this, we're recording. We had some scheduling issues because what your mom went through, or what you went through, is so horrifying. And I can't imagine if it happened to me.
I don't know
You're
what
such
I
a
would
dick.
do.
I'm going to be honest with you. If it was
I don't
Nina,
know what I would do if that happened to me.
if it was Nina, I would have walked out on Eddie.
Look at Denisha's like almost
But-
kind of mad. I'm joking around about it.
And it low key is like the reason that I kind of feel bad because I'm like, bro, if it was my dog, someone couldn't even make a joke. Like,
Yeah, no.
I can't imagine. But I'm trying to be empathetic because it's my mom. But at the same time,
Why do human
I've
beings-
just got one or two funny things about what happened while we were there. So
Well, listen, we're at the heart of it. This is a comedy podcast. It's definitely not about information and facts. I mean, but you can find some funny moments because if it was like if what happened to your mom was put on to Curb Your Enthusiasm, we'd all be laughing. You know what I mean?
Bro.
You know what I mean?
by the way, so my mom's dog died because it
Okay,
ingested.
let's just give a second.
No. Let me because it ingested something toxic.
That
Now-
first of all, scary as hell, and I couldn't sleep that night.
Bro, I was fucked up. But I wanted to talk about it on the pod, and I'm literally telling everyone what I know with the dog because once I left the vet,
Your poor mom's dog.
she told me 1 in every 100 dogs that come in, this happens. I'm like, that's super high. And she's like, yeah, we live in Los Angeles. So there's poison, there's like rodenticide all over the street. If you live in New York, if you live in high congested areas where people walk around,
Right.
she's like, particularly by a restaurant, restaurant wants to have this around.
Keep them out.
Normally, I've seen this in New York in a building by me. There's a little sign where it says dogs can't walk, and it literally says rat poison.
Really?
Like literally rat poison here, and it'll have a sign with no dogs.
And it's just like a little dog with X's on its eyes?
No, it's like a dog with a little circle with a cross out.
I thought it was
But-
illegal
Those
to have
coughing
that,
and
like,
a-
rat poison out on the street.
Yeah, how's that legal?
I thought it was illegal.
It's not legal.
Oh, okay.
But what she's saying is that because these restaurants don't want to have the rats come into their
Now
space.
Now, what kind of restaurants? Be specific with race.
Okay, we do live in Koreatown. So Here's what happens.
They just what are they doing? Just
Wait,
doing,
was
and by
I
they
with-
I mean restaurateurs. Are they just doing this?
No, I think they put it on the like maybe the perimeter of the
or something,
restaurant,
yeah.
because apparently you don't have to even ingest it. You could be around it if it.
That would kill you and me, by the way, too.
It would.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how that's allowed.
it's not allowed. That's what she's saying. So she's
oh.
like, you actually have to be so cautious that your dog doesn't even eat anything. So basically, my mom takes the dogs for a walk Monday night. Were we taping on Tuesday? This happened after I leave you guys?
No,
I can't remember.
We didn't tape that day.
Okay. So my mom does call me the night before. And this is why I feel guilty, because I'm like, fuck. If we would have went, would it have saved the dog? But according to the event, no. My mom calls me like midnight, blowing me up. I'm asleep. Come downstairs. I don't think the dog is breathing.
Oh God.
So I come downstairs. The dog is totally fine. I'm like, huh. Okay. She's good. And I guess because she saw me, she got like a second wind. So around 2 p.m., my mom made a vet appointment. The dog was sleeping all day. So she's not thinking anything. She's like, oh, she got a stomach ache. Mind you, who would have known? Because all of our dogs have eaten something, got some diarrhea. Like, shit happens. So you're just like, oh, they don't feel well. Bro, we get to the vet. I'm talking shit. I'm on IG Live. My mom's in the fucking vet. I'm like, whatever. We're going to take the dog home. Nina's there. My mom calls me 2:15. Come inside. They're telling me the dog's not going to make it. Now, we all know my mom's a dramatic lady. So I'm not even, I'm like, I got to go. I'll be right back. Right. Bro, I walk in there. The lady comes out and goes, okay, I'm going to be honest because I don't know how much time we have. And even when she's saying it, it's still not connecting the dots. She says, this dog is losing a lot of blood. We basically test the levels of how much blood is in the body. It should be anywhere from 40%. This dog's at a 7. I'm like, how do you know the dog's losing blood? How could my mom not have seen it? Where is she losing the blood? This is the scariest part. She's like, you don't see pee when it comes out because they're peeing on grass. But the dog must have been peeing blood for a day or two. How would my mom know? She's taking the dog outside. So you really don't know.
Wait, so it's a girl, right?
It's a girl.
Because she squats. It's not like a boy and lifts it up and you look.
Maybe that's a good point. It's a girl.
So when the girls squat, you don't see anything.
So I'm like, okay, well, what do we do? Like, what's the option? She's like, okay, we could do a blood transfusion. That's actually the only thing we can do to keep her alive. I'm like, great, let's do it. She says, okay, I'm just going to warn you, it's about $8,000. I was like, hold on one moment. So I go outside. I'm like, all right. I had a very real conversation with myself. God forgive me for saying this. I'm like, all right, if this dog dies, my mom's 73 years old, 73, 74, I don't know. I got to buy her a new dog. I got to rescue the dog, buy a new dog. Something's happening, right? I'm going to spend about $3,000 to get her a nice little cute tiny dog. I know everybody wants me to rescue. Hear me out. I need to get this dog right now. Do you know what I'm saying? The dog got to be got now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to spend that. I'm going to spend $1,000 in new vet fees. Maybe I should just pay this $8,000 because I'm in a position in my life where, thank God, unfortunate circumstances happen and I can't afford it.
Don't you have pet insurance? No? Is that covered?
It doesn't. But not like to that level. So I go back in. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So then my mom looks at me like, damn, I was about to let go.
Okay, good.
So the woman then says, okay, I'm going to say one other thing to you. I'm just telling you the blood transfusion is to keep her alive. Once she's kept alive, if she ingested something this toxic that's making her lose that much blood, I don't know what to do. It could be giving her kidney failure, organ failure. That's why she's bleeding out. So we don't know what to do. My mom is like, I don't understand. They were playing, so much denial. It was endearing and kind of fucked up because she's just like, I don't understand. Now my mom's looking at me like, is the vet a crook? She's like, do you want me to bring her in here? And we're like, yeah. She's like, okay, let me take her off the oxygen.
Oh,
and then my mom looks at me and she's like, okay, the dog, she's gone. And my mom starts having a panic attack. I'm like, Mom, calm down. They bring the dog in. Dude, it was like she didn't even know her name. Like the dog was gone in the brain.
I can't.
Because, if you don't
start my morning like this.
No, but
That's really sad.
it was sad. But here's what happens next. So my mom is like, you know what? I'm not going to put her through this surgery and all this stress. Just put the dog to sleep. That way I have peace of mind that she hasn't been suffering.
Yeah.
So, for some reason, the nurse says, the vet says, okay, do you want to be there? And then my mom, it was giving black lady catching Holy Ghost. No! Dude, and I'm trying not to laugh because I was like, girl, like, stand up! And I was like, oh my God.
I would be the same way, and all due to friends. I would become a black woman
I
in
would
church
too.
as well.
And it would be bad.
I'd be saying, oh, Lord, or something.
So my mom's holding her chest. My mom has a pacemaker. She's had a heart attack before. I'm like,
Oh, God.
I'm about to let my mama die when this damn dog
Are
died.
they both going to die now?
Dude, the fuck? So I call 911, right?
911?
No,
You're already
no,
in the
no.
hospital.
Vet.
Oh, you're in the vet.
She called 911 for her mom.
Oh, for your
basically.
mom.
So I called 911, right? But no lie, like if my mom gets in a high level of stress, like,
Wait, you preemptively called 911 because you thought your mom was going to die at that moment?
no, I called 911 when she got on the ground because she's holding her chest.
She went to the ground?
Yes.
Oh, my
She's like
God.
holding something on the ground. Mind you, Nina's
Did they
there
take
the
it
whole
off?
time.
Did they take it off the dog and put on your mom the oxygen? And just like little.
No, Eddie, they didn't.
It's like little.
Actually, I didn't see the thing because the thing that made it so emotional, I think that set her off too, when the dog was with us, it couldn't breathe anymore. So they didn't bring an oxygen thing. So they had to take the dog back to keep it alive. And my mom was fucked up.
Yeah, that's
So the ambulance, the paramedics come, right? And here's the shit where I was about to start scrapping. Paramedics come, they got her hooked up to EKG. If you don't know what that is, it's like basically where they check your heart, they put a bunch of little sticky things all over you.
Mm-hmm.
So the vet says, okay, what do you want to do? I was like, you can euthanize the dog. She says, mind you, my mother is hooked up to machines with 4 paramedics surrounding her. She's like, okay, well, I need to ask your mom. I was like, bro, did you just see what happens? You don't need to ask my mom. She's like, okay, let me make this very clear. If you were on the ground, they took you to the hospital, and you came back to me and found out I killed your dog, how would you feel? Just because your mom said so. I was like, fuck. Because in her defense, she's kind of right. Like, I'm about to euthanize this lady dog just because you told me to,
Mm.
and there's other options. Bro, she goes over to my mom while they got her shirt open, hooking her up, got shit all over, and she goes, okay, so I just want to confirm, you want to put the dog to sleep? Let me explain what these paramedics did. 2 black guys, 1 white guy. The white guy was very Silver Lakey, weird mustache, mullet, and 1 butch bitch. All of them went, yo, can you back up like that? Everybody just starts yelling, how you gonna ask this lady right now? Then the guy's like, she's 74. She's 74. They're just going
Did this happen
in.
in New York?
Bro, like they all had this it felt like New York, jumping down the vet's throat. So the vet is pissed because she's like, bitch, you in my office. She's like, I'm asking her what I need to ask her. Do you want me to put the dog down? Then you see the thing go, I'm like, holy shit. Nina's barking. Bro, it was a movie scene. So,
If I was you for one day, it would traumatize me for the rest of my life.
bro,
The stuff you go through on a weekly basis.
thank you for recognizing.
Weekly basis.
When I
A lot
tell
of
you,
it's most of it's not your fault, but
so my mom is like, we get out of the house. I mean, we get out of the vet.
oh,
They're like, we're
God.
not going to take her in the ambulance because they got her to calm down. We're sitting in the car and she's like, where do you go after that? We're just sitting in the car. My dad calls. Now, again, my dad is almost 90. So sometimes he can't hear well. He calls, hi, honey. I've been calling you. Are you guys coming to see me? That's what we were going to do. We were going to see my dad. She's like, I can't talk right now. Something happened at Jeezy. What? So she's like, the dog died. And he goes, dying or dead? Dead? The dog dead?
That's a good point.
The dog is die or dead?
Because we're all dying.
Like, and then she's like, hang up the fucking phone. So I'm like, let me go outside because he's only going to keep calling her because he can't hear, he can't understand. So I walk outside. This is so bad. He was on her phone. My phone is attached to the Bluetooth. And the music was turned all the way up the last time I was in the car. So all I hear is, the dog dead through the whole street. Dead. I'm like, oh my God. My mom starts screaming. She's like, get out of the fucking car. So she's like, I can't go home. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I'm like, fuck it. I'll book a room and I'll go clean her house out. So I booked a night at the Ritz. I tried to spoil her. And I'm like, what do you do? Like, what do you do?
Nothing.
We walk into the
Grief.
Ritz to check in. My mom's sitting there. She's holding Nina. The guy's like, what a cute dog. You're so lucky. She was like, it was bad. Anyway, she's okay now. Nina is pretty much going to be with my mom until she gets another dog. She gave me this look like, you know you ain't getting this dog back. And I'm like, bitch, you the one. How you ain't see that motherfucking rat poison? So I don't know what to say, how to say it.
Where did the rat... Let's go back to the cause. Where did this happen?
My mom walks the dogs by like a Korean barbecue spot that has a parking lot that's super open. So she kind of lets them run around there.
She lets them run around the parking lot off leash?
It's closed. It's closed. And they love the dogs. They're really sweet. And also, the dogs are so small when they go to the park, the other dogs get aggressive. So
this is all because of the Korean barbecue parking lot that the dogs run around.
I don't think so, but I think when the woman said it's by restaurants, not to mention there's no one in there. The people love my mom. They love seeing the dogs. She's an old lady walking dogs, so they just run and they play. I don't think it's the parking lot. I think
What's the Google Maps? What's the address? I want to look at this parking lot.
I can't tell you because it's by my house. But the parking lot, I promise you,
Type it in.
it's not bad.
I want to look at it.
I don't know the exact address. It's just K-Town. But it's closed. There's nothing else there.
But is it grass? Is it just like cement? Pavement?
Cement.
Is it dumpsters around there?
No. But here's the thing. The reason I've been bringing it up with people in the neighborhood and anyone around is because I mentioned the parking lot to the vet. She's like, I don't think it's a parking lot, but New Yorkers have this happen all the time because they're walking their dogs by restaurants. People in LA, she said specifically there's a street downtown that's like a bunch of takeout restaurants. She's like, dogs die there almost once every other day. Just because people are pouring rat poison to distract them from the food.
How is that legal?
It's not.
It's not.
Anyway, so just be careful where you walk your dogs.
Yeah, that's really scary.
Oh, God.
In a small town, I'm sure you don't have these issues.
You don't have that problem. And our topic's on small towns. This is a big advertisement to get the hell out of the big cities, guys. Get out. Your dogs are dying.
Oh my God. Is it a bit advertisement for the big cities?
I don't know. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. And it really broke my heart. And I kept telling my mom, I kept telling my Franklin's mom. I kept telling Courtney, I was like, that poor little dog.
Yo, I know you just met her.
I was just like, that poor little dog.
I feel so bad.
Nina pees inside, right?
She's house trained, so I've seen her. I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, yeah, that's what
I was like, Mom, I only want her to pee inside now. She was like, you got to take the dog out for exercise. And honestly, my mom kept saying the saddest thing. She was like, I didn't do anything right. I didn't do anything right.
It's so sad.
Because she's blaming herself. But, I mean, it's been 2 days since it happened, and she's starting to wean off. Like the other day, we were in the bed, and she's like, what about Missy for a new dog name? I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I'd be mourning.
Honey,
like
I looked up them rescues. I ain't gonna hold you. Some of them was so ugly. My mama gonna be real depressed. Dude, woo. Is Franklin a rescue?
Oh, I rescued him from a groomer. From a breeder.
No, people were really mad. Like, I don't even.
Well, listen. We found him on Craigslist. Someone had a litter of dogs, and then they had all the paperwork, and then we bought them. It was like outside, like 2 hours outside LA.
Because you can't buy it in LA.
Well, I mean, it just so happened she was outside of LA. I didn't know that.
No. I don't know if anyone knows it's illegal to buy a dog in LA.
I think there were Mormons too. They were like in some weird dirt, fucking
Small town.
small town girl.
Okay,
She's got a
what
lot of
dignifies
brazen girls.
a town? A town is a human settlement, generally larger than a village. And a village is normally like a few hundred to a few thousand people. And a town is smaller than a city. So the criteria for distinguishing a town globally is usually population size, the economic character, administrative status, like do they have a mayor, etc., and historical significance. Towns usually are serving as hubs where people tend to live.
Mhm.
It may have a school and just cultural activities. The concept of a town varies culturally. For example, in the UK, a town may derive its name from, excuse me, a town may be called a city,
Mm.
Like, so we may call a town something small, whereas in the UK, they could call London a town. So
I wonder how much. There may not be an actual like number, but at what point is a number a population, a town,
I
a
got it.
city? I'm curious.
a small town is under 10,000 people.
Okay.
The U.S. Census Bureau defines small towns as 5,000 residents or fewer.
Okay.
However, we normally, as people, I guess, describe it between 5 to 10. So, a small town, as far as how big it can be, it means that the residents pretty much all know each other.
Mm.
5 to 8% of them could be related,
Ugh.
but not like brother fucker related. Kind of just like
Distant relatives.
last. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder
I was
what,
thinking that too.
what's a city considered? A city is considered what? Like, I'd say over 100,000.
I got it. A large city is over 100.
Uh-huh.
You could have a small city that's between 20 to 100.
Mm.
So, what the fuck would a small city be? Like a Pasadena?
Maybe. I guess. I don't know.
Pasadena might have more than 100.
Could you ever live in a small town?
No.
Like if you were like, I'm done with podcasting, I'm done with being whatever in a public eye. I'm just gonna settle down with me and my guys, and then just in a nice home with my dogs. Could you do it?
No.
No.
But here's why, though. Extroverts get energy from other people.
Yeah, you need people.
Mm-hmm.
You need
like,
to be
and I
around
don't need to
people.
talk to them. Like, I can
No.
walk outside in New York for an hour and feel
You
re-energized.
need to feel the brush. They call it the brush in New York. I'm aware of that. You need
No,
to feel
what's
the
it- what
feel
does it
the
mean?
brush. Someone walking by you. Little walk.
Is that what it means?
That's called the brush. You got to feel the brush. That's why people like the city. You feel people walking by you. You need to feel the brush.
I also need to see different people.
Mm,
Like the other day, I was in the Upper East Side and I was like, holy shit, the only black people were nannies. I ain't like that.
mm.
Like, that was weird.
Oh, when I was in Brooklyn Heights, it was just like, oh, look at these interracial fam. Oh no, Jamaican nannies everywhere.
No, literally.
It was all. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's like a thing in this neighborhood. I was like, huh. I'd never been there before. So.
Like, one of my homegirls was telling me her mom, she grew up in Crown Heights. She was like, girl, my mama nannies for every rich family in Dumbo, Park Slope. And she's like, literally, they've requested her in other areas, Upper East Side. They want to take her on vacation and stuff. She's like, no. I'll pick your kids up from their little Brooklyn school and that's it.
Mm.
She said that her mother has been a nanny for 50 years in New York, specifically for a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I didn't know the commodity of nannies. We may need to do that as an episode.
Nannies.
My
it's
mom makes $300K a year.
What?
Yes.
Being a nanny? I was gonna say being a Jamaican nanny.
The other thing
like
too-
that's a title.
She I guess she knows how to teach the kids certain things. So she's skilled in teaching them alphabet, how to like teach, like I guess she guarantees your kids will learn these
You
things.
gotta do stuff. Yeah, to have a Jamaican nanny, they'll teach you stuff like how to shun gays.
You know, your son walking around like that. Oh, that's Trini.
Excuse me. He called one of his friends a bati boy. Now listen, I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's a progressive term. I just want to know why does he know that term?
Now imagine if you're in a small town and you think Jamaica is the whole Caribbean.
You do.
Who
Yeah.
lives in a small town that's listening? Can you just tell us what it's like?
Yeah, and they don't get Wi-Fi. They don't know. They don't listen to this.
Oh, 90 Day Fiance. Do you watch 90 Day Fiance?
I don't.
They have right now a white woman that met her new baby daddy on a cruise. That to me is just the funniest thing. He's Colombian, very handsome. She's very okay looking. But she lives in a very small town in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And every time they got him on the confessional, he's like, it's not like Colombia. It's nothing. Everybody is nobody aquí. Oh, he's so fucking stressed out, bro.
My mom too. My mom was like that too. When we were went to a suburb, my dad was like, maybe we'll move to a suburb when I was a kid. And just walking around, all the houses are the same. My mom was like, no. My mom's still, I talked to my mom recently and she's like, I was just in New York. She's like, oh, was it busy? Was it big with the towers everywhere? My mom was fascinated by New York City, big city. She doesn't go, but she's just fascinated.
Why are you not taking her on a trip?
She didn't go to my wedding. What are you talking about? I think I go to New York
So?
City.
You got to make these. Listen, if the last 2 days didn't teach me anything, We got to be intentional. We got to make time.
Yeah.
Take her
stay,
on a little
stay away
trip.
from Korean restaurants. But yeah. So like, she is not a bit small town because she grew up in a village in Peru, not that far from where the Pope is from, Chiclayo. But
Wait.
anyway,
The
the
other
Pope, the
Pope.
Pope is America. Yeah,
The dead
new-
one.
The new one. The new one. The new one.
Dying or dead?
The new one. Both.
Ooh, that was very comedian of me.
Yeah, good timing. That's weird. But anyway, so but she's fascinated with like big towns, so big cities. Me too. I couldn't live in a small. Could you live in a small town? Like small town.
I don't think
What if
so.
it was black people? Because that's the thing that your brain does, right? When you're a person of color, you think, that's why I can't live in a
That's
small
true.
town. Now, what if the small town was right outside of Atlanta and it was black?
Small
I feel
black
like
town.
There has to be like things to do though. You know what I mean? Like it can't be like a small town and like a dead.
Yeah, it's not all about race, okay? She wants activities.
Me
No,
too, but I ain't
also,
finna go to
like, I
that
would,
one
like, barely
motherfucking.
black people.
But if you were in a small black town, don't you crave a little white, just a cluster of whites?
No, I do.
Just like just like a Sharon or
Bro,
a Bill. Hey, how you guys
Let me
doing?
tell you something. I know this sounds racist. I'm not even gonna hold you. The fact that like the only thing that where I didn't miss white people was Africa, but sometimes I be going to shit, and I'm not talking about a party that's all black, not shit like that. But there's moments where I've been places where I'm like, damn, we gotta mix this shit up. Like, what? And you know when it happens? When I go to Atlanta,
Mhm.
I'll be like, damn, ain't no white people in here, and it's kind of
Not even like a big chick with big hoopy earrings, white girl. Nothing. Not even her. She's always lingering around.
I think when I go to
That
Atlanta,
woman's always floating
She
around.
don't count though.
I like seeing people mixed up, period. And it actually isn't a white thing, it's a Latino thing, it's an Asian thing. Like, I gotta see, give me a sprinkle.
Just a little bit. Just a guy being like, "Oh wow, okay." It's loud. Everyone's there's a lot of energy in the room.
Energy is
There's a
it.
lot of I love the energy in here.
I went to Toast on Lennox, which is a really popular Atlanta restaurant, and it's black owned, I believe. I would guess because Atlanta has so many black owned restaurants, but black owned, and it was completely full black. This white lady walks in, and I remember she was like, "I don't have a reservation. But I don't need it. I can wait." And I was like, "Yo, does she feel guilty?" Like,
Who's this? Sorry, what?
just a white woman walked into this restaurant I was in Atlanta. I was sitting at the bar, so I heard her. "I don't have a reservation. I don't want to impose."
I don't
want
want
to
to take.
Who the fuck says that?
I don't want to take.
want trouble.
I don't want to take a table away from a woman of color. I feel weird with the service. I don't want them to serve me. Can I serve you guys?
A white girl said that to me about Trap House, and I really wanted to slap her. She was like, I was like, "Why haven't you come through?" Because she was coming up to me talking about she was so happy for me. She was like, "I just don't want to take space." Like,
Yeah.
and I
That's
was
a-
like,
Spend your damn money at Trap
"Bitch,
House.
you don't get that
That's
goddamn money."
that's. I'm sorry. I would feel guilty.
But it is always 2 white people to every 10 black people at Trap, and that's nice. That's nice. The
Nice.
Latinas mix right in with the black girls. They just be moving their way in. The white girls just be like,
What about if it was a white guy with a do rag walking in? Like, okay. All right.
I have a white guy that works at Trap House as a trainer who is that guy.
Just like he's
His
like
name Terry, and I've called him and put it in reverse, Terry. And it's so funny because people that take his class be like, "What is going?" He's not wigger, but you could tell he's just.
Can we say that anymore? Is that still around?
I love saying wigger.
Yeah, that's old school. That's 90s.
It's fun for me.
You're just floating.
Yeah, he's not a wigger. You can just tell he's lived in way too many black neighborhoods.
Can I say it? Is that allowed? Can I say it? No, I can't. It's too
Let's not.
close. It's
Let's
too
not.
close. I will say in the 90s that word was floating around.
Wait, I love wigger, but I like it as a slur.
Yeah, I can't say that. It's too close. The
Like,
IG.
You were acting like a wigger.
Yeah, the ER at the end is too hard on me. So
You want to make sure people heard you.
Yeah, I can't. But in the 90s, man, that wigger and retard was floating around. That was teachers would say it.
I think
Stop being a
retard's coming
retard.
back. I think retard's coming back a little bit.
Retard's
It is
coming
coming back.
back. Yeah. And
know
you know
what?
what? I'm glad.
Are you?
Yeah, why not?
You just can't call a retard.
Yeah.
You can't call a real one. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Like
With
an
the
adjective,
three
an
big ones that
adjective.
that was floating around the 90s was wigger, retard, and FAGGY.
I don't like saying it.
Yeah, that one's a tough one.
And I'll tell you why I don't.
Oh, and Tranny. That one was floating around too.
It rhymes with granny.
Yeah, that was floating. In the 90s.
Actually, I don't say that either.
In the 90s, man, those are floating around. Adults would say it, cops would say it, teachers would say it.
Who knew it wasn't wrong? And you know what?
We didn't.
That word.
Teachers would say it.
I think it was Schultz that said, I feel like the only reason we say it is because, like, we don't say grandmother.
Yeah, we say
We say
like, yeah, we
granny.
shorten
Like,
it.
it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
real
yeah.
short.
But it was floating around. It was fun.
But also,
Newscasters would say it.
for me, I love hearing Vinny say the F word. Like, when someone gay uses their own slur, like, every time he walks out and sees someone that's just more feminine than him, because Vinny's got a little femme in him, he'd be like, girl, look at this. And I'm like, oh, you can't say that. But you can.
Imagine like if you time travel back in the 90s, you just hear the way people talk. You'd be like mortified.
You know one thing they did that I hate? The blacks.
Huh?
Like when people say the blacks, when white people say that.
Really?
The blacks, blah blah blah. Like, ooh, that feels so.
People of color?
No. You can say black people, but something about the.
This one really sounds southern and racy. Is colored.
Oh, I don't like it.
That one sounds like, oh my god, that sounds Jim Crowy. A lot of colors here.
I had a
Ugh.
guy when I was managing a T-Mobile store. He was like, "Hey, I was working with a fella last week. I can't remember his name.
Colored fella. Ugh.
Oh my god.
That's exactly what he said. Colored fella.
That doesn't sound gross.
And I remember the white girl I was working next to me went, and I'm like, colored? And I said it back to him,
What does
and he
that
was like,
mean?
yeah.
What
Colored.
color was he? Like,
Yeah, like you're not being very general. You're being very specific. Not very specific. Here's a couple terms that was really prevalent early 2000s.
I love when we get into racist stuff.
Well, no, this is racist. This one was really prevalent. Remember metrosexual? That's gone. Remember that one?
Cause that's Drake.
That was like
Baby
that was like during Sex
girl.
in the City. Like he's very metrosexual. Meaning like what? He like wears. He cares about his appearance.
I
don't know
mean, metrosexual, I think we're just so overly masked guy that when we got into the era of men starting to take care of themselves,
like
whether
oh he tweezes his eyebrows.
grooming.
Metrosexual. That was a big. That's long gone. And this one's a new one. Hipster. That's long gone too.
no, it's not.
I don't think so. I think that's gone. If people are like, yeah, there's a lot of hipsters here. What's a hipster?
You. This is a hipster fit.
No,
You don't
come
act
on,
like a hipster.
come on. I think it's dying. That term is gone. I think it's really dated to say a lot of hipsters here. Hipsters. What are you like? Some
Eddie,
fucking Red Wing
I
Republican?
would be willing to bet you. I'd bet you
But what in your
$1,000.
mind is a hipster?
It's the fit.
No. Is
It's the
Childish
fit.
Gambino a hipster?
I don't know how he dresses, but I can tell you this: when I go to certain
I
neighborhoods,
think it's dying. You hear that word? I don't know.
I don't hear it that often, but like I might think it, you know.
Yeah, because
If
we're
I
older.
think Silver Lake,
I-
I think hipster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly,
because I
exactly.
think Gen Z doesn't say hipster at all.
Oh, that's probably why.
They don't say hipster because they all dress the same. The classic term for hipster is like flannel shirt, big beard or mustache,
Docs,
Doc Martens. He's like
denim and a hoodie.
He's like he's wearing a beanie in June. He's drinking lattes. Like who? That's everybody.
By the way, it's funny you said they all dress alike. My boyfriend said to me the other day, we were walking in New York, and there was these white girls with like low rider jeans, and the thong was out, and they had the brown lipstick, and he was like,
They all dress
I don't
alike.
like it. He's like, I need my black girls black. I need my white girls white. He's like, everybody's mixing it up. He's like, these Asian girls, they got the black girl look going on. What the fuck? He's like, please. He's like, if you put on a 90s movie, remember Mean Girls? That wasn't even 90s.
No.
Hot black and black hotties, cool Asians. Like, I like it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't say bring back segregation. I don't want to say that. But when I say I like my white guys white, I really do. Like, I like a regular hot white guy.
Love your hair. Can I touch it?
What the fuck is this do-rag shit going on?
Yeah, the do rags are. out of
Take it
control.
off.
A white woman with a do rag, leave town. I can't be around that person.
Leave that small town.
Let's do some. So I looked up some weird small town facts.
Okay.
A town that accidentally sold itself on eBay. Bridgeville, California, population 25 people. What is that? That's like a block. Became the first
What?
town in America to be sold on eBay in 2002. A guy put the entire town houses, post office, land up for auction, and someone actually bought it for 1.7 million. The new owners planned to turn it into a getaway, and but the dream fell apart, and the town's been passed around like a cursed monopoly property ever since. Bridgeville now accepted by PayPal. Oh, interesting. So basically, someone
fuck? That's so
randomly
crazy.
put it on sale on eBay. How are you allowed to do that? It's interesting. 'Cause I don't know. 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 I don't know
I mean, they probably just did it as a joke.
Maybe, but someone bought it
But
for
maybe
1.7.
the town had a deed or a lease.
Yeah, interesting.
Now, here are 10 reasons why people move to small towns. So, after COVID, population in smaller towns went up because people wanted more purposeful connections. Neighbors know each other by a wave to each other in the street. And honestly, when you think about it, you know, when you watch like a Netflix doc, they're like, it was the kind of place where you could leave your door open.
Oh, you unlocked. Everything was It was so nice.
Lower cost of living.
Mm-hmm.
Homeowners in small towns generally always save on property taxes as well. Less traffic. Many people are moving to small towns for one thing. I would like to know on a poll what you guys think this is.
Crime, lack of crime, no crime, safety,
schools.
Nature.
nature.
That
Okay.
blew my mind.
That
But
makes
many
sense,
small
though.
towns have so much beautiful scenery because they're not congested with people, buildings, and people can have nature right in their backyard. Many people that are searching for nature are on multiple long car trips. Not to mention, many people that are living in larger cities have never even seen a mountain, a hill, trees, etc. So, the largest reason by 48% that people move to small towns is for nature.
Hmm.
Then, this one was interesting to me. So, it says that allergies, this is like a 9% reason, but the ozone and nitrogen dioxide, so many air pollutants from automobiles have caused people to leave. There are many different cities that doctors have on a list that have the lowest air pollution.
Hmm.
Some people can't stay alive with their level of asthma. So I guess the old people.
I will say every time I go to like visit my in-laws in a small, like they're like in a cul-de-sac, my allergies go crazy because there's actual real trees around and the real grass around.
Oh, so it's like the opposite happens to you.
I will say though, like I do like. I have a little bit of a backyard. My dog runs around. It's nice being back there when it's sunny. I will say I want best of both worlds. I want to be in the city, but I want to be on a side street where I have a little bit of property.
That's what's really
That's
nice
how I
about
feel.
Los
That's the
Angeles.
hack. That's what I want. And I'm not talking rooftop. Hey, this is fun. I'm talking like an actual little patch of grass in the backyard.
I got really high on mushrooms once and sat in Central Park for 4 hours. And I remember I was laying down. I
You
got
sat in
up.
Central Park for 4 hours.
Yeah, I
just-
mean, I go for two hours
yourself?
of the day. Yeah,
You get high and just sit in the park and
I
stare.
don't even need to get high. I went maybe last week. It was 75 degrees. I just sat there,
Oh,
turned my phone off.
look at that. You can just turn it off like that.
I'm not that crazy.
That's not. No, it's good. I think that's a good thing. You need to do that more often.
Yeah, I take the dog and she's running around. Hopefully,
Not
Oh,
needing
God.
poison. Yeah.
but when I got up because I was high, this is what happened. I go to Central Park probably 3 times a month when it's warm. I got up and I walked to go get something to eat, and it was so busy, my brain couldn't figure out how did it just go from that to that.
I know.
That's the interesting thing about cities. Sometimes when you get a little bit of a break, you come back and you're like, what the fuck?
Central Park is truly an anomaly in America. To be in the center of the city like that is insane.
That
Like,
is the
There's
most.
parts you can walk and you can't hear a thing. You're just like, wow, it's so quiet.
I don't even get how it gets that quiet. But Central Park is so many. Do we do that as a fact?
No, we should though.
'Cause-
But I think it's necessary for the air quality too.
Just Central Park, by the way. There's so many facts on it. It's something like there's 100,000 benches there. There's this. There's a castle there. There's a fucking zoo. There's an ice. You just, bro, it's crazy.
I bet you money there's like politicians, there's like developers every day petitioning to like, please, can we encroach just half a mile into the park so we can build developments? I guarantee you, there's probably.
You think?
Listen, developers are, will
But
they'll do
Central
anything.
Park adds to so much of maybe.
I know, but if you just give me an inch, just so I can build something that's worth $20 million
I looked
a
at the
unit.
most expensive apartment right now on New York Realty, and it was like 150 million, and it was only 8 bedrooms, which blew my mind. I'm like, you don't get a movie theater, bowling alley. But my homegirl went to go see it. She's on Selling Manhattan. I don't know if that's the name.
She went to
of
go
it.
see it. Why? She
She's
can
a real
afford
estate
that?
agent.
Oh,
She's on a
I
Netflix
thought she was
show,
like
Selling
afford it.
Manhattan.
Okay.
She's like, bro, I was talking so much shit about the 150 million, but it has a deck that's glass, and the view is Central Park.
Hmm.
And she said it's so high up. I think it's 90 floors up. She's like, you almost feel like you're floating on top of the park. They said if Central Park, the apartment on the backside that has Fifth Avenue and not Central Park, is $60 million. That's how much the value of Central Park views are.
So you're paying for the view.
60 million to 150. I was like, damn, it's less than half.
Wow.
But to float on top of the park is
Yeah, I made the mistake. Speaking of real estate, me and my wife's parents went. We're gonna do some open houses in Los Angeles, and you bring Midwestern boomers to like an LA open house, they're just like
Mind blown.
mind blown.
This is 1.5 million. Are you kidding me? It's a half bath, 1.5 bath.
Oh my god, I just don't get how you guys live here.
oh, I hate that.
I don't know how you
And
guys
I
do.
don't know how you live there, bitch.
Well, I don't know how you guys live here. Okay. All
Fucking
right.
cousin
I guess we'll
fucker.
just wait for your husband to be a famous comedian then. It's got, you know, they say it always happens in your 50s. And it's like, hey guys, can you not slag me like that? No, it's okay. It's okay. My daughter will never live in a home. It's all right. She chose to marry a clown. It's okay.
Yes, he is her third cousin.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, give me your next bag.
Never have a pool. That's fine. Just the passive aggressiveness. That's fine. I will say though, like
I don't know how you guys breathe, but
the one thing about small towns that I really despise, obviously, it's like great qualities. Number one, space. Number two, tranquility. Number three, safety, of course. Number four, your neighbors, whatever. But people forget the ugly side of it, where it's like, we saw this in COVID, where, you know, you're kind of sequestered, you're kind of quarantined, and then you just like start hating your neighbors. I used to do that when I was like, why is this guy playing his music? I'm just there 24 hours a day. And I see that with my in-laws when they're just like, I can't believe they put those kind of roses on there. Like, it looks disgusting. Like, who gives a fuck?
my mom used to do that. I don't think that's small town shit.
That's
I
my
think
old people.
It's old.
But I think if you were at your small town so long, you would start being annoyed by your neighbors. Be like, okay, yeah, no, just mow your lawn at 10 at night. Okay, asshole.
My mom used to call one of our neighbors a whore because she was single.
Why?
She's bored, bro. When
She calls one of her neighbors a whore?
like, okay, when I was growing up, there was this girl. She was like, look at it.
Oh, this is like when you were kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like now.
I could
Because it's
hear
like,
her
I
saying
think
it
you're.
on the phone, and she's out again. I'm telling you, this whore has been out every night.
Just your mom look through the window.
Oh yeah, she looks through the window. and
New
it's a
guy,
and
new
it's a
car.
different car every time.
Different car, different guy. My daughter will never be one of these.
Hereditary.
My daughter's going to be an author.
funny.
Whore author?
Horrible. Go buy no whole part. It'll change your life.
Mom, this is my brand.
Okay. The smallest town I found globally. Oh shit! It just went away. Keep talking.
There's probably like 5 people. Probably one guy and his dog.
Okay. So it says that. Oh shit! It keeps jumping. Why is it? I hate ads pops up. Okay. You said something about 25 people, but I wonder if this is like maybe a certified town. Croatia, with 29 people. It's located in Croatia and known for its medieval architecture and rich history.
Uh-huh.
And people actually visit it. They can't support. They have no. They don't really have hotels. The city is in the Bible. They have a watchtower and a bell, one restaurant, and even though people go visit it, they've tried to makeshift ad hotels, do tents and stuff like that, but it doesn't work out because the thing that makes them so interesting is the fact that they are so small. Vatican is also a small town. We talked about that a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It has 523 residents. Now, in Bermuda, I actually couldn't believe this one because I stayed there. Hamilton, Bermuda, which is the capital. If anyone lives on the East Coast, flights to Bermuda are super cheap. It's like $80 to go to Bermuda. 1,800 residents, and Bermuda is a top travel destination. So it's like, I didn't even know that it was that small. But I guess it makes sense because someone told me you could drive around the whole island in 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. And when I was looking up Airbnbs for like some big soccer match they had, that's like a thing in the town, it was like $10,000 to stay in a 2-bedroom. And I'm like, what the fuck? But it's because it's so small, I guess. So. Okay, what else you got?
Oh my God. This can't be real.
What is it?
Read that. Just read. You read it.
Widgetville, because I don't want to say the M, refers
No, you can say it. Why not?
All right, Midgetville,
Oh
known
my
as
God.
tiny towns, refers to a real or legendary community of midgets, people with dwarfism who are normally proportioned, get to live in a town with midget-sized houses. Real or legendary, they are given. Oh, it says that this is touristic. It's in Vienna, Virginia.
It's actually kind of fucked up.
It is kind of weird. I can't believe you read that.
You gave. Oh, here it goes. In 2002, a family signed a deal for contractors to tear it down and develop on the property. It did exist though,
Oh wow. They
up
tore,
until 2002.
tore it down. Didn't take very long.
Okay, here are 5 small American towns
That's down.
known for some weird shit. So there's a town in Alabama called Scottsboro, which is the lost luggage capital of the world.
I've heard about this place.
So they have a unclaimed baggage center, and from here, the bag and its contents, sight unseen, are sold to the highest bidder.
It's like Storage Wars, or like they look at they look at luggage and like, ooh, I wonder what's in there.
And so people travel from all over the world because there's been some crazy items found, like a 6-carat diamond ring, solitary diamond, Egyptian artifacts, and more. So people take road trips to go to some of these places. Then there's another one where in San Luis Obispo.
San Luis Obispo, that's in California.
Yep. They have a bubble gum alley.
Yep.
It is probably better classified as a big public health risk, but tourists love visiting this chewed up street. It's 70 feet long, and the mural is the largest collection of used bubble gum. In Picket Wire Canyon, Colorado, they're the largest dinosaur tracks ever seen, and they still exist. So people visit it for that. There's another one in Florida, Homosassa. That's it. Homosassa, Florida. Spider monkeys were brought there as research, but then they started procreating so much that it literally turned into Monkey Island.
Oh my God.
Bucking like crazy.
Wow. Okay, this is in Longyearbyen, a small Arctic town in Alaska. Wait, sorry. Oh, this place has so much harsh, icy conditions that bodies don't decompose for a long time. The town discouraged burials because corpses would just stay intact. That led to informal policy of banning death within the town limits. So basically, it's so you couldn't be buried in that town because the ice would preserve the bodies too well. So it's illegal to die in that town. You have to die outside of that town.
Decompose or something?
What was that?
Like your body won't like.
No, it'd be
decompose?
preserved
Oh, okay.
because of how icy it is.
That's a good fact.
That's bizarre.
Ew.
So you can't die there. It's illegal to die there.
Ew.
I think I want to be cremated. You?
Yeah. I just want to be spread around all over.
You already are.
You walked right into that one.
I did.
Yeah, just spread it. Yeah, she's spread all over.
I hate myself. Okay, Kentwood, Louisiana. I actually know this town because of the woman from there. They have a Britney Spears exhibit. That's her place she called home and soared to fame and fortune. And so people visit Kentwood, Louisiana, drive for hours from all over Louisiana. And I'm not going to hold you. If it was an hour outside of New Orleans, I'd be like, let's go see that bitch. I love Britney that much, though.
How's she doing right now?
Who knows?
She's dancing on
Naked.
Yeah.
Did you just fart?
No.
Oh.
No. I would have told you.
Now, this one is kind of weird. So, Clarksdale, Mississippi. Most people know it as the Devil's Crossroad. So, the story goes that there's a blues legend, Robert Johnson, who was only able to play so well because he sold his soul to the devil right there on a particular road. And you would think it's kind of weird, but people actually go and make wishes there.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to look up the weirdest. I just looked up the weirdest town names. Oh, man.
Oh, Area 51 is in Lincoln County. That's a small town.
Damn. What's with all these ads? You're right. God, you could just tell what kind of show this is.
Okay, there's one in Brooklyn, the Greenwood Cemetery. Oh my God, this is so crazy. I've heard people go here. Okay, so New York has a really nice looking park, but it's attached to a cemetery. And people actually chill out and hang there because there's famous people that died there, like people from West Side Story, some baseball legends, and mobsters.
So these are some of the. Okay, I'm gonna go state by state. Some of the weirdest names of small towns. Right?
Okay.
In Alabama, there's towns called Screamer, Alabama. You brought her, you Screamer. Frog Eye, Burnt Corn, Alabama, and Coffee Springs.
Ew.
That sounds like a bad deodorant. Coffee Springs.
Burnt
ooh.
Corn, Alabama.
All right. In Alaska, there's Beaver, Chicken, Alaska, Coldfoot.
Chicken Alaska's fire.
Chicken, Alaska's fire.
And
yeah.
I bet you they don't be having chicken like that.
It's surprisingly very white. There's Nothing, Arizona. There's a town called Nothing. Catfish Paradise, Santa
What?
Claus
Where's Catfish Paradise?
in Arizona.
How do they make this shit up?
I don't know. In Arkansas, there's a place called Blue Ball.
Just one.
It's
One little ball.
just one guy, just one guy with testicular cancer who can't get laid.
Oh my God, Eddie.
Greasy Corner, Monkey Run, Goober Town. California, there's a place called Happy Camp. That sounds like it used to be a cult.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah, Raisin City.
California raisins, that's right.
Raisin City, yeah, I guess so.
Raisin City's not that crazy to me.
Well, it would be kind of nice if it was just a bunch of old people.
It's not Blue Ball. Oh, that's funny, Eddie.
Just a welcome to Raisin City. Like, oh, everyone's very wrinkly and raisin like here.
If I had a small town, what would I name it?
Welcome to Raisin City.
Where we're
Get
all...
off my lawn. Get the hell away from me.
Yo, you know what we should do next time?
Mormon Bar.
How
Mormon
the
Bar,
fuck does-
California. Mormon Bar? Those things don't go together. They don't go to bars.
Well, I mean, they might have a lot of wives and they might
Yeah.
be fun to talk to. I'd be like, hey, I'm polyamorous.
Yeah.
You guys kind of are too.
Moose Up, Connecticut.
No.
Mystic, Connecticut. Old Lyme. Okay. Delaware, Bacon.
I like Blue Ball.
Flea Hill.
Eek.
Eesh. That sounds like a bad neighborhood in New York. You don't want to go. You don't want to live in Flea Hill.
Actually, it does.
A lot of fleas. Really, why did they call it that? Well, guess what? Now I know why.
Well, y'all, we are wrapping this episode, but want to tell you that if you upgrade,
Mm-hmm.
it's another $6 to get video. You will be so satisfied because Eddie's okay looking, but me, what a prize.
There's a place in Georgia called Butts.
No, I had a good time. Did you have a good time,
Butts
Booty?
and Box
Booty,
Springs. Booty, Georgia. Welcome to Booty, Georgia.
That's not Atlanta.
All the white guys here have do-rags. Thanks so much for being part of this episode of For Fact's Sake. Everyone, do us a favor. Subscribe to the next tier. Support your favorite show. New episode every single week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye, Booties.